And welcome back to the Always Be Building Show, sponsored by Dynasty Football Factory Network. I'm Stephen Chalmers, joined as always by my partner on the right side of the screen, Mr. Ryan O'Dell. Deli, say what's up to the people.
So everybody, welcome back to the show. Glad to be back. We're getting some consistent shows in here. I'm going to continue with our series for the navigating through our startup draft, whether you're new or just looking for advice for the 2025 season. If you missed the recap, the board will be up shortly on the screen, but we did rounds 1 through 3 already. So if you missed that video, you want coverage of those rounds, that's up on the YouTube channel already. But stick around for this one. Today we're doing rounds 4 through 6. I believe we're doing 4 through 6 tonight if we don't have time in. And we're ready to get this thing going.
Yeah, before I bring in the guest tonight, as always, memberships are huge over here at Dynasty Football Factory. Just want to give you a heads up. It's $19.99 a year, $4.99 a month. Save annually if you want to buy it that way. Content season is upon us. Training camp is here. So if you need help with your drafts, redraft, Devy, C2C, Dynasty, Ryan and I handle the Dynasty stuff, video content, articles, a lot of information out there, rankings, just a lot of overall information that's we have access to. And just come hang out with us. You get access to our Discord. We're just grown men that like to play fantasy football and talk fantasy football. So Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in a guest tonight, newest member of DFF Frank. Just wanted him to introduce himself. Shout out his Twitter handle and then tell us what kind of content you produce.
Hello everyone. My name is Frank. My Twitter handle, I believe, I keep forgetting it because I just signed up to it. Is DFF Frank Panthro from New York. I live, breathe, and eat this just as if I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm doing a lot of content on both the regular NFL and the Devy. I'm also doing a 20-man 2026 freshman class that's upcoming. I'm writing an article on that. I did part 1 already, and I'm working on part 2 as we speak. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Like we said, Frank does do C2C content as well. He does our rankings over there at DFF. I'm not sure if they went live. Haven't checked that tab in a minute, but I know we have a great Devy ranking, and I'm looking forward to C2C rankings coming as well. So we have the draft up tonight. I'm not gonna make these people keep waiting. Let me go ahead and share the screen. When we left off, we had Michael Romero, who took Travion Henderson at the 3:12, and he is on the clock. I'm going to go ahead and get this rocking. And with that being said, I'm not sure if MR is here, but I'm going to go ahead and assign his player. He wanted me to he's online right now. I can't tell.
Yeah, I see green dot.
All right, green dot. I'm going to let him make his pick.
He's been green dotted this whole time. You might as well dot it. He's never been offline in this draft.
Oh, really?
No, he's been online for days.
Well, let me go ahead and set the player. My buddy asked for Kyler Murray at the 4-1, Mr. K1.
We're expecting him here shortly. He's in he's got some personal stuff going on right now, but he's supposed to be joining in here soon. So I'm sure we'll hear some insight on that pick shortly.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm up. I was debating between 2 players. I was debating between T. Higgins, but I think I'm going to go with the man I wrote the article on. Let's go with Mr. McCarthy.
Nice.
I think he's going to have a strong year. I think he's in an offense that has a ton of weapons. He's with a great-minded head coach. I just see he's just going to flourish.
Yeah, I'm a big J.J. McCarthy fan. So anybody that hasn't known yet, the DUI situation is over with Jordan Addison. He is only without Jordan Addison, his wide receiver 2, for 3 games. Not really a big miss when we're looking at a long-term dynasty outlook. Overall, going into it last year, we had the Vikings as a below-average, offensive line unit, and last year they played out of their minds. They finished as an overall top 10 offensive line unit. That's great for a young quarterback coming in. Mixed in with the weapons, you have JJ McCarthy. You have Justin Jefferson. You have the original JJ. You have Jordan Addison, and you have TJ Hawkinson. Mixed in with a great 1-2 combination in Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. I'll pick up that I am very big on. Overall, we talked about Caleb Williams last year going into it with his weapons as one of the best situations you could walk into for a rookie QB. I actually think JJ McCarthy's is better. So I'm very excited to see how this plays out for him. I love any QB in a Kevin O'Connell system.
I'm excited for Felton too. I want to see how he does in that offense.
Yep.
Yeah. So as we're waiting for Fantasy Buff to get in here, I think MR referenced at the top of the show. I know it's a little early, but we're already sitting here waiting. In this area, I talked about how I wasn't really comfortable moving up into the back of the second round. I am more than comfortable moving around, starting round 4 and on. You guys kind of in the same boat, or are you guys ready to move earlier than that?
Well,
depends who's on the board.
Well, as you see, I missed my player by 1 pick. I told you Garrett Wilson, but I really, a good poker player never tips his hand. Amarion Hampton is my rookie I must own in this class. I have a lot of Ashton Jeanty as well, but that's just due to like my leagues where I rebuilt. But if I have to go get a player, it was always Amarion Hampton. I've been on Amarion Hampton since his freshman year. Spoke very highly of him, and the talent just mixed with the situation. He balled out in North Carolina. I want as many shares of him as I possibly can. I know Greg Roman's systems typically don't pan out for receiving upside, but any running back in a Greg Roman and a Harbaugh system just thrives with just pure rushing ability. So I got to have him everywhere I can.
Totally agree.
Missing out on a guy 1 round in a startup is nightmare fuel, if I'm honest with you, because then you have to live with that, especially a young guy like Hampton with the career ahead of him. I think you'd rather just pay what you need to jump as opposed to.
I got a consolidation. I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm a big fan of Maserati Marv, always have been. Really excited to see him go into year 2. Just very excited. I think him and Kyler Murray are going to have a better connection. May take away a little bit from Trey McBride. We may not see Trey McBride, go for 112 catches, over 1,000 yards. We might not see that. But I do expect to see just an uptick in overall volume for the future wide receiver 1 of the league.
Yeah, that's it.
But the 4th round's kind of weird. You know what I mean? This is when QBs start coming off the board. I mean, you can look at our board now. We already have 12 QBs, 13 QBs gone.
Yeah.
And there's a team. And Ryan, you're a team with no QB, so I'm assuming that this is where QB territory is starting to come in for you.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, like I said earlier in the other podcast, is I kind of draft for positional value, and I've been right in front of 2 mini quarterback runs in either side of my picks. It was Drake May and Patrick Mahomes, and then Bo Nix and Justin Herbert. Now it's Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy. So I don't necessarily want to reach on a quarterback, even if it is a super flex. I'd rather just go for the positional value. But if a quarterback falls to me in the next 3 picks, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're off the board completely. But I try to stay as true to my rankings as possible.
I don't know exactly where. I mean, I always like to build a solid foundation with young wide receivers in my startups. At the 5th pick, I never expected Jaden Daniels to fall to me, so that's always a nice surprise there.
True.
As you can see. But as Fantasy Buff continues to lag in and out of this draft,
He's really panning things over. But no, like typically when I'm building a draft, I mean, I went very uncharacteristic here with Gibbs in the first round. I normally never target running backs in the first just because they're so injury prone, but Gibbs on offense is insane. I think in a normal draft, I'd probably go Justin Jefferson and I'd have JJ Monroe and JSN. But typically, what I always preach is worry about your quarterbacks and your receivers first, and then everything else fall into place through rookie drafts or later in rounds. Keep up with waivers for running back, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And there goes another one. So Jordan Love. These quarterbacks just they're fine.
Yeah, so MR says, he contemplated waiting on QB, but had to pivot at 4-1. That's a long reach back from 4-1 all the way back to 5-12. It's a very, very long wait. We talk about how much hate Kyler Murray gets in the overall NFL community from fan bases, but Kyler Murray as a QB when healthy has never averaged less than 18 fantasy points per game. He's an elite contributor at the position. He may not be an elite QB from an NFL standpoint, but in the fantasy world and a QB who's locked in on a 5-year contract, it's a no-brainer for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Jordan Love goes to.
Yep.
That's too many QBs for me to count. Hold on, I gotta count this.
I was trying to do that myself.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're at 14 right now. Now, this is when I would trade in. This pick right here is when I would trade in.
For who?
Me personally, at this point, I believe he's a third-round player. I'm looking at A.J. Brown here, and I know that fantasy ceiling overall is capped at probably 17.5 points per game, but low volume passing offense is what a lot of people are going to say. But anything happens to Saquon Barkley, and we go back to A.J. Brown being a 12-target guy. And
this is true.
Just from an overall talent standpoint, he's only 27 years old. At no point do I consider him to be over the hump, anywhere near over the hump. He's still a top 12 dynasty receiver for me. He's an elite talent. He's been an elite talent since he stepped in the game.
Greg, what are your thoughts on that? I have reserved feelings for A.J. Brown this stage in his career. Any concern with the age, or are you still rolling with him too?
I'm still rolling with him too. I still think he's strong. It would have been a toss up between Brown and T. Higgins, like I said before I drafted McCarthy. If I was gonna focus on that, I would focus on trading up to get him in that round too. Either one of those two.
Gotcha. Look, there's somebody down a little bit further that has not been referenced yet that I'm kind of stoked for, if I'm honest with you, but it's going to probably catch me some trouble. Now it's not somebody I'm going to be getting to turn back around, but eesh.
It's not a guy that's going to do jail time, is it? Oh, man.
No jail time.
Bro, he's got to do 30 days of jail time.
Yeah, when he wants to.
I know, that's funny. Like when you want to, when you can't, whenever you want to do it.
Yeah,
I don't understand how he gets away with that.
It's convenient for you. It's convenient for you. But you know what's crazy, Ryan? We talked about this. The law of the land is if his PO, his probation officer, were to say, look, man, you're not playing NFL football. You got to stay in Texas for the whole 5 years of your probation. What do you do?
Maybe I won't do it, but man, I'm jumping the gun here, but I'm assuming this guy's probably going to auto, but just to touch on Rice, I mean, from weeks 12 to 17, his rookie year, he was phenomenal. Before his own quarterback took him out last year with an injury, he was playing wide receiver 1 football. He was on track for an insane year before he got hurt. I know it's cute. I know Xavier Worthy's cute, but I mean, if I knew a little bit more about the Rashee Rice situation, as far as, like you said, the parole officer, all the legal stuff, the suspension, I think he's going to be the dog in that Kansas City offense going forward. I mean, Kelsey's almost out the door. As long as he can keep his head on straight, I think Rashee Rice is high-end wide receiver 2.
I think we're seeing a reincarnation. Yeah, I think we're seeing a reincarnation of like the young Pat Mahomes with this offense. If you think about it, Rashee Rice plays the Amon St. Brown role very well. On top of that, that was Travis Kelce's role for a long time. And then you have Worthy, who is the deep ball guy who can be used in a multitude of ways. They've tried to replace Tyreek Hill every year, and they've missed. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you that Worthy is Tyreek Hill. There's not many Tyreek Hills that ever walk this planet. But Worthy's pretty damn good. I was very excited to see Worthy down the stretch last year going into the playoffs, and he performed very well.
Yeah. Just stay on the hill. If you're going to buy Rashee Rice, now's the time to do it.
I did buy him. I bought him in one league. It was just a 26 first for him straight up, which I was okay paying.
Yeah, you're right. How does he get away with?
I'm just not a big fan of the 26 class. We all know
just
that.
serve your 30 days within what is it, a 5-year span?
He has to. Yeah, there's no.
Yeah,
I'm just saying the price of a 26 first for Rashee Rice seems a little cheap to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on the 26 class. I just traded. I don't know if you guys saw my trade I just did a little while ago. Let me try to find it again. I traded Pacheco, Savion Williams, my 2026 first and 26 second for Caleb Johnson and a 2027 first. I'd rather have the 2027 first.
I would rather have the 27 first as well.
Yeah,
I would. That doesn't shy me away from some prospects in this class. Like, I know the overall analytics side of things tells you that there could be a possible potential red flag with Jeremiah Love, but as a running back one cornerstone, I believe that the running back landscape is changing. And I believe that this 25, 26, and 27 class can have pieces in here that could be dynasty cornerstones of the position for a long time. Jeremiah Love being one of those guys. I do like him. I do like a couple of wide receivers, Jordan Tyson, for example.
Yep.
And there's a couple of QBs. You know, I like Garrett Nussmeier. I like the upside of
Sellers.
I like Lenore Sellers, the upside of Sellers. Not really sold on Cade Klubnik or Drew Aller, but there are some pieces here that are worth, stashing.
Singleton also as well. I'm high on him as well.
I do like Nick Singleton. I just get to watch every snap of Nick Singleton, and he frustrates the shit out of me. I mean, true 5-star prospect. True 5-star. Like, we were talking about, like, Saquon Barkley type level of player, and it just hasn't been that.
Yeah.
It just frustrates me every time he touches the ball, especially when Katron Allen plays better than you.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me, look at their Penn State careers. Who's been the better running back?
Yeah. I tend to agree with you, too, sometimes on that.
Katron Allen's been a dog, man.
And he seems to go lower in every draft that I've done. He's going in the 5th, 6th round, too. He's going pretty low.
He's just a true north-south guy that gets up and gets out quick. I really love his play style. And I do think that, like, if you're to take a dart throw in the 2nd round on a running back, that's the one. That's the one. We are going to auto this pick, bro. We are going to fucking auto this pick.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Listen, you can't expect everybody to be here. I guess it's kind of a weird situation. You can't expect these guys to show up. And we did the first 3 rounds and then put it on pause for 4 days. So
yeah,
I can't blame a guy for not being available on a random Tuesday night again. So it is what I mean. It sucks to use 10 minutes on the string to get through a pick, but it is what it is. Gives us time to shoot shit about football.
Yeah. Also, too, I can't. He's a junior, I believe, but Darius Taylor. I'm a big fan of Darius Taylor.
Not bad.
And I believe Justice Haynes is draft eligible this year. No, he's not. He's 27. But that 27 class is so good. So good.
So good.
I'm going to give it auto for A.J. Brown.
I'm going to let it take whoever it takes. It's whatever.
I'm just going to come off the top, which is fine.
Come on.
No, I think Justice is gonna. I think he's in that class.
Oh, Worthy went off.
Oh, he was at a Q.
Wow.
I did for the Q.
Okay, so looking at this board, it's a little. So I think a big thing when you're doing these is kind of to like look ahead at your next few picks. And honestly, really tempted to go quarterback here. I mean, there's a few guys here, Stroud, Ward, Purdy, that are all worthy of this pick right here. But if I go ahead and scroll to the next round, the positional value definitely takes a big plummet down. There's still some big names here: A.J. Brown, Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, T. Higgins, James Cook.
Williams just had that big contract.
Yeah. So I mean, who signed a big contract?
Williams.
Kyron
Did he just sign
Williams.
that big contract?
Oh, Kyron. Oh.
Ryan, I'm going to change it to 5 just in case some teams up front do auto.
Okay, that works. Yeah, I'm good anyway. Just reset my clock. But I mean, I think it's risky here. I look ahead at who's drafted what. Father Dynasty already has 2 quarterbacks. Mormon already has 2 quarterbacks. So I'm thinking I can maybe get lucky here and have a quarterback come back around to me, and if not, then I just miss out. I mean, it's a risk that I'm pondering here, but like I said, the positional value takes a huge fall after this. You know what? I'm not gonna take a chance. I'm just gonna go with my quarterback. I like to think that Gibbs, St. Brown, and JSN could probably carry me as far as a positional start goes. I'm gonna go Brock Purdy, who I think is a little bit of a safer play here. But I mean, you look at this cluster of quarterbacks that has just been taken, and I think Purdy can hang around with just about any of them, with maybe a few exceptions. I mean, he's in a great offense with Shanahan. He's got a ton of weapons around him. And I think he's got 4 years left on his deal. So, I mean, he's locked into this offense, and I'm excited going forward with Purdy.
Smart play.
Yeah.
Smart play there, buddy.
What's your guys' thoughts on Penix?
Oh, Penix? I'm a big fan of Penix.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think it scares me is his injuries.
Yeah, his college injury history is very extensive. I mean, he's not a guy who's also gonna, we look for those guys who have multi-level or multi-style production, right? Like the rushing system. He's not that. That's the way the game is built today. Is somebody that can move in and out the pocket and extend with their legs. But overall, I'm telling you, I think Penix has a phenomenal arm. Like, he can sling that bitch. And I love his offensive line. Atlanta Falcons offensive line is one of the most underrated O-lines in the game, mixed with his weapons. We talk about Darnell Mooney all the time. Darnell Mooney is one of the most underrated wide receiver 2s in the game. You have just such an elite talent pool there to work with. I just really like his overall situation. Also,
I'm big on Penix. I don't want to speak too much ahead because I think he can be a high ceiling QB2, and I think you can get him a little bit later in these super flexes and kind of get away with it. Right now he's trending ADP 136, which in a 12-man league is like round 10. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be a consistent thing, but that's great value for a guy that can turn out to be something special, especially with what he's got there in Atlanta. There go Rashee Rice. Someone got some sense to him.
There goes Mr. Police Presence.
Just put an orange jacket on him every game.
Yeah. What's that, jumpsuit?
So, for reference right here, This is where I am actually looking to trade out. I hate this value here. I wanted Brock Purdy really badly. But I can't trade out, so we're going to play the hypotheticals, right? You suck. Yeah, you guys all suck. You guys all suck so bad.
Oh, jeez.
So,
come on, Mr. Running Back. Can't be too upset here.
I hate this. I just hate this value right here. I really do. Overall, the best value play here is going to be the youngest running back who's still chasing the contract, who I've been highly on since he's come in the league. I really do believe the ACL injury really set him back, and it really sucks to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in Breece Hall.
Breece.
Damn, that sucks.
Fuck. The only thing that I hate about Breece Hall is that he's a New York Jet. That's the only thing I can't stand. That organization will never, ever, ever figure it out.
Yeah, they're a doomed team for sure.
I just love Breece Hall.
This guy was here. Let me tag him real quick.
I just love Breece Hall, man. But
it's not a bad pick. He was definitely somebody I was considering there. Rice, Breece, Purdy. So,
I looked at Higgins as well.
I have said too many bad things about T. Higgins to draft him this highly, so I had to pass.
Wow.
But it's not like I hate the talent. I respect and know that he's a great player. It's just he's always for at least the next 5 years going to be in Jamar Chase's shadow. So he's capped at a certain level of how far he can go up. That's my only thing with T. Higgins. Now, if he was on a different roster, he would more than likely be wide receiver 1, despite maybe outside of maybe 10, 12 teams. But outside of that, he'd be bought on in most rosters as that guy.
So, yeah, Jim posed a good question. Breece did leave practice today with injury. I do believe that he returned back with the trainer and he was on the sideline. I think from what I read, they avoided a massive injury. Like, it could have been really bad. But I believe that is avoided. Oh, you can do that? I want to see if there was any update on the thing. Because last time I saw it, he returned to practice. We're all good.
Just a little scare. You know how it
Was
goes.
it a toe injury?
It says undisclosed, which kind of scares me.
Another Justin Fields injury. He hurt his toe.
They said he I was reading a thing on Justin Fields. They said his rushing ability has been crazy, but his overall passing work has been trash. Jesus God.
I love Breece Hall as the talent, but I think the thing that scares me away is Justin Fields in his career has historically not thrown to his running backs. And I think that's a big part of Breece Hall's appeal for fantasy.
The other thing too is all the teams that play against the Jets, they're going to stack that box and say, "We're going to make you beat us, Fields," and because we don't want Hall to be running all over us. So that's the only thing that scares me with that.
But hey, you got to get out there and get that contract. This is his chance to prove it.
This is it. We're talking about contract year where you just may be a standard two-year running back type of guy at this point.
Speaking of contract, then, what do you think of Cooks?
You talking about Cook sitting out? Yeah, because Cook sat out of practice this week. He's just been there just to not get fined. Did he get paid today?
I don't know.
No,
he's not participating.
He's got to get a contract. I'm saying I think before the season starts, he'll get his bag. I think he's done more than enough the last 2 seasons.
I think he deserves it. They better give it to him.
Yeah.
What's the dollar amount though?
Oh, I don't know.
There goes T. Higgins.
Oh,
There goes T. Seth is not going to be here, so you can just go ahead and auto him. He just messaged me right before this thing started, so you can go ahead and just put him on auto draft if you're able to do that.
There you go.
I think he said a Q. I'm not 100% sure. It's very unlikely for him to go CMC in the 4th, but who knows?
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Jonathan Taylor.
It looks like he wants $15 million per year.
Barkley got 13, bro. You ain't getting 15. Sorry,
Yeah,
Taylor.
15. You won't get that. But, shoot high. Maybe we'll come down to 12.
Meanwhile, Jamar Chase is walking around with a fucking $40 million a year bag. Ridiculous.
True.
Josh Jacobs at 412. Jared Goff at 5.
Goff is QB1. I don't hate it. I mean, despite that he's 30. I mean, I still think he's got plenty of juice left in his tank.
Bro, there's so much like question marks when it comes to the overall Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? You lose your highly touted offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just so much talent around this team. Also, too, he did lose a starting center. That does hurt. People talk about these moves like they don't matter, but they matter.
Yeah.
I think the center is the second most important position in football. So,
Oh. Left being 1.
excuse me.
Left tackle being 1.
No, quarterback being 1, center being 2, left tackle being 3.
Shoo.
Ooh.
Shoo. Jonathan Ogden would like to have a word. Them boys in the north. We got 3 of the greatest left tackles ever play football, too. Think about that. Anthony Munoz, Jonathan Ogden, and Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
I was going to wear my Burrow jersey, but I decided to wear my Taylor jersey today.
Fair enough. Ryan has yet to bust out the Malik Neighbors jersey for the podcast.
It's still packed away, man. I'm still working on it. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
He has yet
That's
to do
interesting, though, that center is like, what you said, second most important? That's crazy.
Yes.
I guess I guess maybe it's not the right mindset to have, but like the way I think about it is if I was like an NFL GM and there was a full redraft of the entire league.
Blindside protection would be my.
I'm thinking blindside 1, probably quarterback, corner. A good cornerback 1 is a great asset.
You're forgetting, bro. You need an elite edge rusher.
Yep,
you gotta have an elite edge rusher.
Yeah. I mean, those 4 I think are like your most important to start a franchise out.
Sam Laporta, a good pick. But you could think about this too, Ryan. Just throw this out there. A Steelers Mount Rushmore guy, Mike Webster, could be considered for the Steelers Mount Rushmore. He's one of the greatest centers to ever put on the pads. And I mean, Jason Kelsey's probably a Eagles Mount Rushmore guy. And
for sure,
they were just so vital to their team's success. Like, I give credit.
It's like a terrible take. I'm not saying that. It's just, but at the end of the day, you're right. I mean, the center touches the ball more than any other player, other than the quarterback. So.
My boy is going running back heavy.
Yeah. We're not quite flowing like we did last show, but hey, we're here. We're here.
How many more years do you think Henry has?
2.
Uno más.
2. I think he finishes out these 2 years at, let's go with great level of football, because again, I never know. But third year, I do believe the third year is going to be just an overall crapshoot. Like, I mean, the dude's got over 3,000 carries on his body. He's 30 years old. Like, he might be 31 now. I mean, what more can we ask of him? He's already got a gold jacket. Hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right.
Yeah, he's 31 this year. So I think this is as far as Derrick Henry production, I know we always say it like this is his last year, but listen, he can't do this forever. I think this might be his last run. He's got it.
Especially at the size that he is.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, he's a freak. Absolute freak.
No, he's I don't know what's going on. We'll never see. I think he's an anomaly we'll never see again, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. So as I'm looking at my roster, I have a certain team build here, obviously. So this pick is more just to continue with my overall team build. I have 3 guys under the age of 24. Actually, 4 guys. Brees Hall is only 24. So with that being said, I'm going to continue the trend. I like to build my teams in this kind of aspect. I like to stay younger. Typically in a redraft, this would be George Kittle here, but I'm going to grab my tight end. I'm going to take the future George Kittle, take Tyler Warren.
Cool. Like I like the prospect. I just don't like I don't like the Kittle comparison.
Situation.
Well, that too. You can't compare anybody to Kittle, man.
Bro, they play the same style of football.
Hey, you can play the same style. You're not the same guy. I'm
Didn't
just
say
saying.
he's the same guy. I said he's the future. He's the future. Look, man, I know George Kittle is your favorite player in the game, but eventually his time's over.
It's true. No. Favorite non-giant. Easily.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know who my favorite non-Steeler is.
Really? You don't have anybody? You don't have a go-to? Like, I want to go see the guys at CU on a Sunday?
Yeah, it would probably be just my overall love for, Penn State. It's probably Micah Parsons.
Micah. Yeah. Can't be mad at that.
No. Him, it was Jason Kelsey before he retired, but Jason was just an absolute beast.
Does Parsons, the Cowboys trade him?
I think you have to honor this because eventually, you're going to eventually have to let him walk. You can control him. You can find him. You can do all that good stuff, but you're just tarnishing your relationship more.
I'm a Giant fan, so I'm hoping that him and Carter come back together.
Cool. I'll be sick.
He's coming to Pittsburgh, baby.
I ain't going to damn Pittsburgh.
Nah, really, realistically, I hate to tell y'all, but he's going to play in Philly.
I hate that.
Stress me the fuck out.
Parsons isn't going anywhere. This is the Jerry playbook. Bro,
Coming from a Cowboy fan.
I hate to tell you, but your playbook ain't working, Chief.
God.
As soon as you get rid of Jerry Jones, you may win a Super Bowl, but as long as he's there, you're never winning one.
Ooh. Whew. That's spitting.
It's the truth.
Stephen Jones going to take over the Cowboys too. He's going to run it into the ground.
All right. Man, CJ Stroud is still hanging on this board, huh?
Yeah, he is.
That's crazy. And the nuts part is, with Judkins, who's my guy, James Cook, who's in a phenomenal offense. It's hard to pass up on either of them. There's even some receivers here that are worth it. But man, with finishes at 18 and 11, I think I'm drafting him around that range, going guys that like Justin Fields. I think I got to pull the trigger on CJ here. Ooh, that guy definitely said his thing. So
He did.
Got my 2 quarterbacks now.
Yeah, CJ's definitely being drafted at his lowest floor. But you can't be excited here, guys, what Houston has done for him as a franchise QB.
No, the offensive line is horrible, but
right. There's no backfield protection. You now have Joe Mixon dealing with a foot injury at 28. You bring in Chubb, who's 29 years old with a catastrophic knee injury. Woody Marks, overall, man, the situation isn't there. I'm very excited for Nico Collins and,
right.
Ed Higgins, but That's about it.
Listen. Sheeta Stroud came in the league at 20, I think. I mean, he's in year 3. He's 23 years old. I think there's plenty of time to get it together. I always preach play the long game. I know the situation's bleak right now, but look, we're in a situation where I'm dropping him in the 5th, but I can go get a vet later down the line and just have them plug in if he's really having a down year and just have him ready to go year in, year out.
Bryce Young.
I just passed on some big talent, so I'm hoping this turn of these next 8 picks brings somebody back to me. But I still think there's plenty of names positional wise where I'll have one guy come back to me that I feel more than comfortable with.
Bryce Young's better than Stroud anyway.
Huh?
Don't worry. The time has come to show it.
That's a logo there too.
I'm a big Bryce Young guy. I won't ever get off this train.
Oh, Bryce Young, don't. Hey, this is a year to prove it, man.
It's about time.
Right now. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say it's about time he finally has a receiver that can separate at any kind of level in the NFL, in the NFL game. Jesus God.
Fair.
Penix, there he goes.
Penix, yep.
All right, I'm going to surprise everybody. I think this wide receiver is the best wide receiver out of this class this year.
Ooh.
He's taking Igbuka. Yep.
Igbuka.
Yes, I am.
I love
I'll
it.
have a nice stack right there with Igbuka and Mayfield.
Yeah, the thing about Igbuka was prior to the injury, the major injury he suffered the year before, he was a first round talent in this class because he would have been in this class or the class before. And I just believe overall that Igbuka is due to be just one of those, the next in line of the Ohio State wide receivers. He's a phenomenal talent. Ryan's a big Igbuka guy as well.
Oh, huge. I've been on Bigga for too long. I listen, I just bought him. I'm buying him any chance I get. I just bought him in a league for, I think, Jared Goff. I like Igbuka a lot. I think he's going to be a great talent. I think it's one of those situations kind of like JSN. He had to wait the 1 year to get to that production that you need out of him to get that high value. But I think if you're willing to be patient, I mean, it's a huge payoff. Evans and Godwin are both over 30. You're over the year 30 hump. It's only a matter of time. Igbuka is going to be that guy.
I strongly agree to that. So I'm looking at the wide receivers on the board right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 guys that are up top, I want to build young, as you said before. And I'm surprised that Mike didn't take this guy. And I think he's going to have a better career in this location than he did in his previous location. And I'm going to go with
George.
Good pick.
Thanks, Mike.
The only problem, man, I've watched a lot of him, man. I've watched every snap, and he's so emotional about the game that he takes himself out of games, and I hate seeing it. I really do, because he's such a talented guy.
I was going to let you guys finish. Sorry. I talked about him last round. I was going to pick him. I know he's sitting out right now for a contract, but James Cook doesn't strike me as the type of guy to sit a whole season out for a contract. I think even if he doesn't get it, he's playing. I know he's due for a little bit of touchdown regression, but even with regression, I mean, he finished, if I'm not mistaken, in 2023 as running back 12. He shot up to 8 last year. I think with the Bills' offense, where he's at right now in the 6th round, smashing that pick. I was thinking about.
I think that's a steal right there.
6th.
That's a steal right there. I love that pick.
Yeah.
You bastards. Y'all are such bastards.
Don't tell me you're one of those people that gets excited about Chase Brown.
Love Chase Brown. Love Chase Brown.
Nah, kid, he's in a good offense. He's actually he won people a ton of leagues last year.
Dude, he pushed me to the top 50 in the Scott Fish Bowl. Straight up. And I lost Rice and Godwin in the Scott Fish Bowl and still finished top 50 because of him.
Yeah.
And Kamara. Bastards.
Yeah. I can't even remember who it was who I think Chase Brown was getting drafted under last year. But I know me and you were preaching Chase Brown all year last year late in drafts because he could take over that backfield. And once he did, he took off. That's the one thing we can claim to fame is I think we had a pretty good read on Chase Brown breaking out.
Dude, he was so good at Illinois, man.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Ooh, 3 quarterbacks, but I like the Cam Ward value there.
Bro, why? Why? Why do y'all do this to me? Oh my God. Who's here?
Now I'm assuming you're definitely trying to trade out.
Yeah, I'm not picking here. But
pick Trevor.
No, y'all can have Trevor.
There's some things to be said about Trevor now.
I like Trevor. I believe that it's right there. I believe that the breakout is definitely possible, and I'm good though.
He's got the talent now around him, and he's got the head coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's all he did for Baker.
I just don't like QBs that don't desire to win. I just don't like that mindset. He said that. He said, I could care less when I leave the game of football. Nah, not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Yeah, I'm trading out right here, boys, just so you know.
In a normal setting.
In a normal setting, I'm trading out. But if I have to make a pick here, this sucks. This really does suck.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
It's terrible, bro.
I mean, that's not to say there's not some like value guys here. Like, I wouldn't be 100% discouraged from this pick. I mean, say what you want, he's up and down, but Zay Flowers is the guy last year, one of I think 4 players that had more than 5 games or 5 games and more than 100 yards. So I mean, there's a ceiling there for.
Nah. Take the Slim Reaper. The Slim Reaper is
that's another guy too.
He's 10 times better than Zay Flowers. I don't want to hear anything about Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers does a lot of this, but when he's on, he's on.
Bro, you can't tell me that Lamar had the most passing attempts of his career through 41 touchdowns and Zay Flowers finished outside the top 24 wide receivers. Wrong.
It's true.
That's true.
Wrong. Lamar's passing attempts have went up every single year. Every single year. And you're not going to tell me that there's a reason Zay Flowers finished outside the top 24 wide receivers? Wrong. Give me the guy who's been a consistent 15 fantasy point per game guy. I believe that his ceiling is capped, but I believe his floor is safe.
Yeah. I've always said I don't understand the love for T. Higgins when Devonta the Slim Reaper, who's had one of the best collegiate seasons ever as a wide receiver, is taken rounds later and kind of talked down as like, eh. I mean, I get it. Like, Jalen Hurts definitely isn't throwing the ball as much as Joe Burrow is, but I think he's just a dog, man.
And also, too, I do believe that we saw T. Higgins' ceiling, 19 fantasy points per game. I think that's at his absolute ceiling in small sample size last year. I believe T is going to go back to that 14 to 16 range where he rightfully belongs. I hate to say this, and you're right. With so many mouths to feed, you got Chase Brown, you got Jamar Chase, the plethora of tight ends that contribute. We're waiting on Eric All. He'll be back next year. Where does he fall? Obviously he's the 2 in the pecking order, but like, what does the volume look like? he's only going to get wide receiver 2 volume.
Yeah, true. Auto this guy so we can get these last 2 picks in. Call tonight. Terry. Mid-round quarterback value is nuts here. It's true.
If this is an auto, it looks like it's going to be Hill. No. Hubbard.
And then go ahead and while you're chatting, tag Nav over here. Nave.
Why it won't let me tag? It's like searching my loading queue. There it goes.
Yeah, if anybody that's stuck with us through this, I know this is kind of a weird mock draft situation, but anybody that's been here, that's been watching, I know there's a few guys in here. I know Father Dynasty's creeping on this stream right now, but anybody that's contributing to this has been awesome and patient. And I know it's kind of a weird mock, but we appreciate your time and efforts to take 3 nights out of your lives away to help us get some content out.
Yeah, also to the 250 people watching, much appreciated.
I was just going to ask how many people were watching. Yes, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
The video got over 600 views on Twitter and still climbing on YouTube. Did you say we're finishing the draft tonight? No, we are not. I'm gonna sit back and prepare for bed.
Yeah. So through 6 here, guys, and I've always said the first 5 are the most important, but I think I'm kind of expanded on that and going all the way down to the 8th. I think the first 8 are important. So the first 6, you guys still feeling pretty good about your teams?
Yeah, I love my squad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm happy with mine.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I love when I build a high floor team with safe ceilings, and 5 of the 6 are under the age of 26, including my franchise quarterback that's going to anchor my team for a long time. It's a huge thing to have.
Yeah. I'm still young. My oldest players, my QB1, Brock Purdy, which quarterback shelf life are crazy.
Right.
I'm feeling good so far. I'm happy with what I've got. A little uncharacteristic on Stroud, but I think these mocks is kind of all working out. I think that's about the range where you need him to be. And I know he's coming into a tough year, but he's 23. He's got a hell of an arm, and his offense is outside the offensive line coming together. They just drafted 2 receivers for him, and they have Nico Collins, who's, in my opinion, talent-wise, the top 10 receiver.
Great. His snap to throw time better be 1.2 seconds or greater.
Yeah, go Aaron Rodgers mode on him.
Yeah, I'm looking at my team, and my oldest player is Baker, but I don't care. He's going to play for another 5 years, 6 years. So,
yeah,
Baker.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Baker, man. I'm so glad that his career turned into what it was. I love the story for Baker. I love the overall situation. I know the Bucs, they typically, they win games, but they're not a team that I believe to be a true contender year in and year out, but just offensively, they just put up numbers.
Yeah.
I want all parts of the Bucs offense.
I just wish he would do that Progressive commercial again because they were funny.
I also never want to see Mike Evans leave the game of football.
Man, last year was deal.
11 consecutive years of 1,000+ yards.
It happened. We're going for 12.
I think he's going for 12.
We put a gold jacket on Mike Evans already.
Yeah.
And I think Baker's going to make it happen, too.
DK autoed. So at least
he
guys
did do it. He did do it in 13 games.
True.
He'll do it again.
I also watched Justin Jefferson do it 2 years ago in 10, but that's
This is true. We're talking different stratospheres, though. As good as Mike Evans is, he's never been as good as JJ.
Ooh,
Dak to round it out.
Dak
ends the six.
Baby.
Before we do this, I just want to look just how crazy this is.
Oh, we're gonna go look at JJ.
Yeah, just how crazy this is, bro.
Yeah.
He did it in 10 games on 100 targets, bro. That's fucking nuts. It's crazy how good this man is, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna be good for a long time, man.
So let me ask you one question before we get out of here. Before it's all said and done, who means more to the Minnesota Vikings, Randy Moss or JJ?
Ooh. I think right now it's still Randy Moss, but JJ still can make that happen. He's still got enough in him.
You say that and this is strictly. I mean, I don't know how the fan base feels, but this is strictly from my. Has he even passed Chris Carter yet?
For yards?
No, I'm saying like as far as legacy goes, has Justin Jefferson passed Chris Carter? That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's levels.
Probably not. No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dude. So I think maybe one day, but I still think he's got a while to go. And I mean,
Chris Carter was so good, dude.
But
Chris Carter was really good.
Chris Carter was a dog, man. I mean, you can't shake a finger at him either. I mean, the Minnesota Vikings have always have had a long history of great receivers.
Yeah, but his I mean, if you think about it, his legacy is built also in Philly as well. Chris Carter wasn't just a Viking.
True.
But so anyway, that's enough about my JJ rant. We're big fans of Justin Jefferson. So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen.
We do love JJ though.
We do love JJ.
Yeah.
But again, it's been great to do these 3 rounds. We are on to the next 3. It's just been a great project for us. We overall, it's been a lot of work to do this, but it's been a lot of fun. It's a big project for us, and we wanted to see it all come together and see it come together correctly. You know what I mean? And it has. I've had a lot of fun with it. Ryan, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, as always, like I said before, thanks everybody that mocked us tonight. And to the people that showed up, we love that we have a continued following on Twitter. We're blessed for that. So anybody that popped in tonight, we appreciate you guys. Per usual, if you missed anything, you slipped in the 5th or the 6th, God forbid, and you need to see the first couple rounds, this video is going to be up on YouTube tomorrow. So look out for that. Rounds 1 through 3 are already up. They're available to watch as soon as this video wraps up. And y'all have a good night. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, just before we get out of here, again, just want to welcome Frank over to the DFF team, newest member of the squad.
Thank you.
Does a lot of Devy and C2C content. Does a lot of fantasy content in general. He's doing a great article series on like buy, grab, and stash players and just their overall values, I believe. Last one I saw was Marvin Mims. There might be one more out.
I did Marvin Mims and I did Algier. I did Josh Palmer.
Palmer too, yep.
I think there's one more. Forgot.
So we're going to keep that content coming, guys. Again, remember, you like what you see, like, comment, most importantly, subscribe. We are 4 subscribers away from the 500 mark. That's an illustrious mark. We took over at 187, and we are now at 496. Can't ask for more. Appreciate all you guys. And that's going to be it for us tonight. And on that note, we are out.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.